好，我是廖子蔚。今天我特别想把我的二女儿请出来，关于亲子教育。我有4个女儿，还有1个儿子，慢慢都会把他们介绍出来。我这个二女儿呢，她是我不能说她优秀，要不然其他的孩子又会跟我 beat 了，所以还是让她自己说。Caitlin, how are you?
Hi everyone. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Caitlin. I am the founder of Bobridge Inc. and as well as the former president of CYFA. I am also an international beauty pageant winner. I used to be Miss Intercontinental Canada, where I represented Canada in an international pageant. And I was able to take the title home of Miss Intercontinental Power of Beauty. And I actually competed against 76 other countries and was able to win 4th, and which I'm very proud because I've learned a lot from the competition.
谢谢他，他确实很努力的孩子，而且他也在同时进修3个学科。这里面我讲一个传统的教育，我的老公天天为了这么优秀的孩子跟我吵架，就是他也像史蒂文皮尔盖茨的父亲一样，皮尔盖茨已经发了很多财，在前2年才在这个哈佛把学历拿到。他说 Today is my father day. Due to my father always ask for the certification. 所以我的女儿也是，她就很年轻就说妈妈，我有个项目要去做，她就去做，就没把她多大的商学院的文凭拿到手。然后他又读了多伦多大学电影学院，然后他又读了 game 系，他学很多，他真的很 hard work。所以 Caitlin， 我想问的第2个问题就是，你在你年轻的时候跟你的父母爸爸和妈妈有什么 argument 或者是冲突，是怎么样说服的你自己这么 smart？
Yes, so speaking to the children and the parents as well, of course I know that my mother isn't perfect, and of course I know myself I'm not perfect, and we do always come to a disagreement. So growing up, I do remember always arguing with my mom and disagreeing with her, especially when she tried to stop me from going to my friends' birthday parties. I remember I would always be like, all my friends are there, why can't I go? And she would be like, no, this is a very crucial time in your life. You need to study, you need to educate yourself, you need to develop yourself so that you can become a very powerful, successful woman like your mother. And my mother, of course, everyone knows, is a very successful, very powerful individual. Growing up with her was difficult at times because she likes to push me into every new goal, new talent, anything that I can think of. That's why at the end of the day, as an adult, I love her for it. Because I was able to do a lot of things that people my age weren't able to do, like starting a business, entering an international pageant, and succeeding in my first time. And being at U of T, not only did I study in finance, I was able to also graduate with a computer science degree where I am flourishing in software development. And that's not what a lot of people my age can say that they have accomplished. So because of my mom teaching me and guiding me throughout my whole life, I'm able to become the woman that I am today. So in 2020, when the pandemic hit, I was studying to finish my degree, but my mom said that there was this Miss World pageant. And I thought to myself, what would I do in a pageant? I don't think I'm the prettiest. I'm not the tallest. But she said you can learn a lot because Miss World is actually associated with the United Nations. So I did. I tried my best. I practiced. I went on a diet. I practiced my interview skills. I developed myself in community service. And in the pageant, not only did I learn that women and humans in general are beautiful from the outside, but it is what on the inside that counts. What have you inspired others to do? What have you given back to the community around you? And what have you developed and learned and is able to give to others? So throughout the 2 year of competition, I was able to inspire others enough that they thought that I was powerful from the inside. So that's why I was given the international title, Power of Beauty. And I think at the end of the day, my mother should receive this award because I became myself because of what she has taught me. And throughout my whole life, I remember when I was younger, my mom would come back from a conference. come back from her seminars and be like, I learned this today, and she would teach it to all of us. So my whole life, she has continued to learn. Like last month, she went to Wharton University, and she brought back a lot of life lessons that I am positive to learn and positive to accept. And I think kids today need to understand that our parents aren't perfect. They're also humans that are going through life, constantly learning and constantly making mistakes. And there's no reason for us to argue with our parents, because at the end of the day, your parents are monsters. They're not here to eat you and destroy your life. They're here to teach you, and they're here to guide you to the best versions of yourself. So when I talk to my mom and we come to a disagreement, I remind myself that my mother is here to help me. So as long as I set myself in a positive mindset to understand where she's coming from, we will never argue. If I don't agree with her, I will express how I feel, and she will express how she feels. At the end of the day, us human beings work on our single manual, and our personalities and our characteristics are all different. So you don't have to push your beliefs onto someone else, but you do have to react positively and understand their beliefs. And that is how I communicate with my parents. And at the end of the day, I think that having a healthy relationship with your parent also develops you to have healthy relationships with anyone else in the world. As your classmates, your bosses in the future, your partners, like my partners in school, my partners in my business, I am able to develop a healthy relationship because I learned to develop a healthy relationship with my parents as a kid. So not only do you develop yourself, develop your mindset, develop how you react to certain things, controlling your emotions on a positive note. I think this is all what we all need to learn to do as children and even as adults, is to react positively and control your emotions when speaking to other people.
哇，太震撼了，太震撼了！而且我还最后一个问题啊，而且其实你知道，作为母亲的我，在我的整个生命里，我最感谢的是我的孩子，因为我的5个孩子没有给我们添乱。我跟我的先生很努力的工作，有时候真的，妈妈现在 feel 还是有一点 sad， 在小时候没有 spend 更多的时间跟你们在一起，所以作为我们2个做的 business 比较大一点，经常出差，这是我内心非常大的遗憾。很快的，他们就长大了，都不需要我们了。还好这些孩子们自己真的是很乖，所以我真的很感动。最后一个就是在座的孩子们也会有兄弟姐妹，那 Caitlin 你有一个 brother， 有3个 sister， 所以你在跟他们相处的时候 family 里面是怎样去 education each other 的？
Yes, so my mother wasn't around a lot of the times, but when she was, she made sure to take the time to teach us. And I think I'm very thankful that I did grow up with a lot of siblings where we can teach each other. And actually, I learned my most important psychology lesson from one of my sisters, and her name is Jane, and she's the one in educational development. And what she taught me was that every single human works from their personal manual. And what that means is that everyone has a section in their book of how to respond to things, how to work around things, how to manage emotions, and how to deal with stress. So everyone deals with these things differently. So if let's say I get very angry, but my way to deal with anger is being quiet and staying by myself and calming down, versus Jane, my sister, who likes to talk, who likes to argue, and who likes to speak about her emotions. We don't get along when we are arguing, but at the same time, she taught me this lesson, and I know that her manual is different from my manual. So we can sit down and understand each other's manuals. And that really helped us understand each other as people, because everybody's unique and everyone's characteristics are very different. And that's what makes us human. And that's what makes us ourselves. And being self-aware is the #1 rule to psychological development, because then we're able to understand, why do we react the way we do? Why do we respond the way we do? So that is one lesson I like to give to everyone who don't get along with their siblings or looking towards more understanding and communicating with their siblings is to understand that everyone has their different manuals and to take time to understand who they are as a person.
我觉得 Caitlin 讲的太好了，她是我认为的 Power of Beauty 世界显出来的，确实是名副其实。而且我也很希望所有的家长孩子们多多关注我们的频道，谈家长孩子的关系是成功的重要的组成部分。谢谢大家。